and somebody came up with a wonderful idea to remove the stop loss. And a month and a half later, I had lost
Everything?
maybe about 90% of the account.
Wow. Could you say your first name or what you wish to be identified by?
I'm Lisa B.
Lisa B. Nice. And how long have you been in trading? How did you get into trading? How long have you been trading?
All right. I started in 1997. I was introduced by a friend of mine who felt that we needed financial freedom. And she introduced me to the IML, networking. And I never really was able to invest in the IML, so she helped me.
Right.
And I started with IML, and then I realized that that wasn't working out so well.
Right.
I moved on to another group in Trinidad, where they had a particular strategy and a chat on Telegram. And I moved on from there when that disintegrated to Forexia and then to Brandon, because I like trading in the Asian session. That is when I have the most time to do it.
Nice. All right, nice. What is your current trading style or strategy?
The ECR.
ECR. Ah, nice, nice. And would you say that you practice the rules exactly?
I make every attempt to.
Okay, interesting, interesting. What does your current risk management look like?
My risk management is much what you promote, which is 10 pips or die.
Nice, nice. And you follow this exactly?
Exactly.
All right. Tell me about your best trade to date.
Wow. My best trade to date is with the ECR. I was able to make 1 to 16.
Nice. What did you think you did right?
I don't know. I think my entry obviously was good, but I don't know. I did not spend a lot of time analyzing on the day that I took the trade. I was looking at it for some period of time, and when I saw the PPA and the ECR, I hopped in.
Interesting. So does that go to say that not forcing the trade is something that we should consider?
I think so. Anytime that I have to study too hard to wonder if this trade is going to work for me, more than likely it's not going to work.
Interesting. All right. Tell me about your worst trade to date.
All right, that was in my the previous Instagram group that were doing the London breakout strategy, and somebody came up with a wonderful idea to remove the stop loss, and a month and a half later, I had lost
Everything?
maybe about 90% of the account.
Wow. What did you think you did wrong there?
I didn't put a stop loss. That was for sure.
All right, interesting. Would you say you are where you want to be as a trader right now?
No, I am not.
Why?
I lack the confidence when I am analyzing a trade and getting into it. So I really suffer with fussy and foggy.
Fear of staying in and the fear of getting in.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Those are my two major psychological barriers.
All right, so we'll come back to that. And you are not currently profitable, correct?
I have been doing demo and it has worked out very well last month.
Right.
It was pretty good, but I mean, if I want to look at it for the time that I've been in, no, I have not been profitable.
What do you think you need to change to get there?
I need confidence in my entry and to overcome my fear of getting in and my fear of staying in, even more so. Fear of staying in. When I see 20 pips, I am ready to let me grab and go.
Yeah, definitely fear of staying in. What do you think you need to do to build that confidence?
I guess I would say that the major thing that I need to do would be, what would I say? To be confident that this trade is going in the direction that I want it to go, and that there would be no unforeseen occurrences, I guess looking at the calendar more carefully might assist with that, but to be quite honest, I really don't know.
You don't know. All right, interesting. What do you think is one thing most other traders might be able to relate to?
I think they could really relate to the fact that sometimes you see really good opportunities and they might miss it because for one reason or another, time of day. The other thing too is being able to spot a good trade that has the best possibility of giving you the best risk to reward. I think that probably is number one.
In terms of relatability.
Correct.
Interesting. All right. What would you say is the biggest holdback for you as a trader?
Money.
Capital. Interesting. And have you ever tried like funded like a prop firm?
I've been looking at it. I would like to. The prop firms that want to get the challenge, because I don't have I don't feel confident in my entries. I have shied away from doing the challenges with some of the prop firms. There are one or two that give you an opportunity to earn with the challenge, which I am looking at presently, and I'm very drawn to it. But again, I don't want to go in unless I know that I could have success.
So then is it safe to say that money is not your biggest challenge? Your biggest challenge is not money, it's confidence, isn't it?
Well, true. That's it. Yes.
Because you said that, you don't have the confidence to take the challenge. Yeah?
Correct.
All right, interesting. So we know that. So I'm seeing here that confidence is definitely a factor. All right. Have you ever tried signals?
I keep looking at them, but I don't try them. I just check to see if the signals will work. I am not paying for any signals. I want to learn to trade. I must be profitable personally.
Nice. So would you advise taking signals or?
I think one's motive for trading needs to be clear in mind in order to make that decision. I am clear that I want to be a profitable trader because of my knowledge and my skill.
Nice, I like that.
That mightn't be for everybody. They just want to make money.
Yeah,
You know?
I like that. Nice. What about, has someone ever managed your account?
No, but I haven't had an account to manage.
All right. Would you consider going that way?
No.
Why not?
My previous group, the experience was really bad. This was a Trinidad group, and wow, it really got nasty.
Okay.
It got really
So
nasty.
we'll definitely leave their name out of this.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. All right. What do you think you need, or what do you think a trader needs specifically? One thing to become successful.
I think to overcome those two psychological things that I talk about, and I guess even, fear of missing out too would be one, fear of getting in and the fear of staying in. I think to me that might be a major barrier.
So in terms of, so you think overcoming these two things would help provide success for a trader.
Correct.
Okay. What do you think a trader does not need in order to build success?
What do they not need? They need not to listen to a lot of noise.
Interesting. All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I agree with that. I agree with that. What is the biggest mistake you've made as a trader?
Biggest mistake that I have made.
You can skip it if you want.
Yeah, I think I'll skip it. I can't think of what that might be. You could come
All right.
circle back later.
No problem. What is a mistake that you make over and over?
Oh my gosh. Going in on the wrong candlestick signal. Oh my word. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I tell you know, when I see that bull candle or that bear candle that is engulfing, that is really a bad one. And I think learning what is a good what makes a good entry candle, that is very important. Keeping that as part of my trading plan, that's very important.
So definitely using the wrong candle is a mistake that you make over and over.
Yeah, it's emotional, you know. You see it going in your direction, and you just want to hop in, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a mistake that I keep making over and over.
Interesting.
Or I should say, could make over and over.
Right.
If I am too emotional.
Okay. What is something you think most people get wrong about traders?
I think they believe that it's easy. Trading is easy. Because you can stay at home, have it on your, have MT4, MT5 on your phone, and you have a little laptop, that, hey, you could trade. But that is gambling, There is skill, and that's what I enjoy about trading, the skill.
And you enjoy it even though you're not where you want to be yet.
Correct, yeah, I really like that.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so I know you use stop losses. What size do you use and why?
My stop loss is 10 pips.
Just like I thought, yeah?
Yeah, and because I believe that is the best risk management. If I could get it out to 7 or 5 pips,
yeah,
I think I'm doing really well.
Okay, interesting. Good. Do you know what your current win rate is?
Last month, the 4 trades that I took last month, 3 were profitable.
So that's a 75% win rate.
Yeah, but prior to that, it might win as low as 20.
What changed between last month and the month prior, or the months prior?
Even though I would look every evening during the Asian session for an entry, I am not driven to get into it because of emotion.
So you feel like you're much more at peace?
Well, last month, yes.
Okay.
I haven't gone into a single trade for this month yet.
Nice.
I didn't like anything.
Nice. Very good. All right. What is your current average risk to reward ratio?
I would say maybe 1 to 2. Yeah,
okay.
1 to 2.
You feel like you could get that higher?
For sure. For sure. But if my confidence in the trade is high, I will let it run all night. Go to sleep, let it run. But if I feel that it's a little sketchy and I'm not confident about why I've entered, if I get 20 pips, I'll take it.
So again, the theme of low confidence is haunting you.
That's correct. It is.
Interesting. Do you have a trading plan?
I do.
And do you follow it? How hard do you follow it?
I think I follow it really carefully now.
Okay, now.
Yes.
What changed for you to make you follow it? Or when did that change occur?
because my goal is to get to approach the prop firms to get a funded account. My desire is to ensure that whatever trades that I take will have profit, you know, and as a result of that, I am less emotional in terms of selecting a trade. Hey, you know, everybody was talking about this in the chat, so therefore I better get in, you know, fear of missing out. It doesn't worry me anymore.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, good. Do you journal your trades?
Sadly, no.
Why?
Because I could look at our empty form.
So is it safe to say that you feel like you are at a place where you don't need to pay attention to what you've done in the past, or do you feel like this is more negligence?
Negligence.
Right.
Because I am sure that if I was really journaling, even for this year, I may have been able to identify more mistakes that I would have made.
Nice. Do you think in journaling your trades and in noticing patterns, you think that might boost your confidence?
Oh, certainly.
Interesting. So I think you know what you should do, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. All right. How important do you think psychology is in trading?
Well, I'm at the point where I think this is my main stumbling block. You know, there are little technical things that I still have questions about, but I think it's the psychology of, you know, fear of getting in and fear of staying in.
Yeah, because it's not so much the strategy, is it?
No, the strategy is easy. Yeah, the strategy is easy.
Right. It's more the trader interacting with the strategy.
Correct.
All right. Do you ever feel like you're gambling or trading? Do you ever feel like you're gambling at all?
Before I did, I definitely felt like if I was gambling, and that's why I would come out of a trade as soon as it started to get profitable.
Right. So what changed?
The fact that I have clear rules, that I understand why I get into a trade, you know, that has helped me. And I've written that trading plan down and I stick with it. That has helped me.
All right. What do you think some of your toxic traits are as a trader?
Toxic traits. Explain a little more, please.
Toxic traits. Anything that you feel like you know that you do, you constantly do this wrong, and you know you shouldn't be doing it. Toxic traits.
Oh yeah, that
Over trading, revenge trading.
none of the above.
Okay.
My main thing is you see that entry candle, and understanding the structure of the right entry candle. That to me makes my trading a bit toxic, because as I said, I may miss the key things that you need to look for that entry candle in the ECR. You know, before I was only looking to see if it would, you know, stay really obey the EMA.
Right.
But now I realize the structure of the candle is also very important. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I didn't realize that before. So that's why, you know, it would go in the right direction, you know, for 100 pips more than.
But to get in the entry
But it
wrong.
will hit my stop loss. Yeah. And if you don't get that entry candle right, it will hit the stop loss.
Especially with a 10 pip stop.
That's right.
All right. Give me one piece of advice from your perspective as a trader.
Piece of advice as a trader.
You can skip if you want.
Well, I think you need to address the psychology. You know?
Address the psychology.
Address the psychology and pay attention. Be meticulous in your attention to detail.
I like
in
that.
your strategy.
I like that. All right. Last question. Give the people something to motivate them.
I would say, if you love trading, stick with it, no matter what.
All right.
And
So
if you're like me and you don't have any money, trade in your demo account in the meantime.
until you can get it, right?
That's right.
I agree. I agree. I agree. All right. Okay, good. So Lisa, I mean, it was lovely. It was absolutely lovely. It's good to hear from, the other side of things. We always hear about traders that are good, but we don't often hear about traders that aren't quite where they want to be. Not to say that they are bad, but they aren't quite where they want to be. So it's always a pleasure to hear this. If you have anything else to add before we close off this, is there anything else you want to add, or you can just tell everyone goodbye? Or
I just have actually, there's one comment that I wanted to make,
mm-hmm.
and I think I'm still unclear of the answer to that question.
Okay.
One of the things that I've shared with you is that all my analysis is on my phone,
Mm-hmm.
because that is the device that I use to trade.
Right.
It's not the most effective way to trade, analyzing an MT4 on your phone.
So in my opinion, or my answer to this would be no, because you really want as much detail, right, as you can. So for me, I would say no. I would say the more detail, because as a trader, you are a paid data analyst. So the more detail and the bigger you can see this detail, the more clear you can see the detail, the better. So if you can do something to make a change to be able to see the data in a bigger space, I think you might see some, I don't want to say better results, but different results, right? But that's what I would say to that. It's not that you can't do it, but I would advise against it.
All right, and that's regardless of whether you're in TradingView or MT4.
Yeah. All right, because I can tell you about me, I don't analyze on my phone. I analyze on the computer. I enter on my phone.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything you want to add before we close off, or any comments, anything?
That's it. That's really it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone, this has been Lisa, and this is the Relatable Trader, episode 1. Lisa, it has been an absolute pleasure to have you here. So you can just tell everyone goodbye, and we will see you all in the next one. Peace out. Subscribe.